What did you ask me first?
What I asked?
What did you ask me first when I came here? You said, show me where in the Quran
Messenger.
it says
Yeah.
that prophet,
Yes.
okay, prophet,
Yeah. Jesus is a prophet,
was
yeah.
a prophet, right?
Yeah.
Well, you just pulled out this, right?
That's right.
Okay, what does this say?
The messenger here, right?
إنما
Here.
إنما المسيح عيسى ابن مريم رسول الله وكلمته. It says رسول الله. Okay, you can't just.
No,
Put
we
it out.
record.
Yeah, put it
Okay.
out.
It
We
says
have to put it
Rasulullah,
out.
right?
We have to.
Ignore.
It says Rasulullah, right?
Okay.
It says
I'm sorry?
Rasulullah.
I'm sorry?
It says Rasul.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what Rasul means?
Yes,
We record,
yes.
bro.
I know, bro. Okay,
I
understand.
proved it.
We
That's
have
it.
to-
record, bro.
What are you
No,
trying
no,
to do?
hold on. We have here Luke 11, Luke 16:16. Jesus said that I'm messenger, but God. Okay, it's more than messenger. Okay, it's not only God. It's not only messenger. He's more than that. Okay, what God can do it, He did it. Okay, in the
Even
Quran.
in the Quran,
In
yep.
the Quran, you know,
Okay.
He make the animal.
What do you mean exactly?
The clay. He make
What
the.
did you do? I'm trying to see what you.
He created. He created. He created life.
created
Okay.
life.
It said
Yeah.
وَنَفَخْنَا فِيهِ مِنْ
من
رُوحِنَا.
روحنا.
Okay.
من روحنا.
That
It
means
means from
it's
God.
from
It's not
God.
from
No,
him.
it doesn't say that.
It
It
says
says
that.
that.
No.
It literally says
Wait,
that.
wait,
Wait, where?
We're gonna.
When-
We're
where
gonna
is
get
it?
that.
No, that's not in
We're gonna-
4. That's not in 4171, guys.
That's
So
not-
so look,
not read that?
listen, guys. The verse that we're talking about, where Jesus created a bird from clay and
Yeah,
breathed into it and gave it
yeah,
life,
yeah.
by Allah's
See, the
permission.
thing is,
The word.
you
Hold
pull
on, let
out
me.
one verse,
No.
okay,
Let me
and then
finish what the
you
brother
try
was
to
saying.
interpret that. You gotta know the whole Quran to actually know it.
Yes,
Other
it
verses,
doesn't make
other
sense.
verses do explain the same thing.
But they don't.
It's the same story. You can find it in many
Okay.
other chapters.
So let's do this
You can't
systematically.
just have one thing,
You're
translate
right.
that,
I-
and then say, "Oh, that says."
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
So what you're saying is that we can use the entire Quran to interpret other verses within the Quran, right?
Yeah.
The Quran backs up the Quran. I understand everything you're saying.
Yeah.
So if we're being unfair to a verse, let's clear it up, okay? So when the verse says
just
that,
said that.
like, so for example, when the verse says that Jesus is Allah's word, period, right? Says it twice in 2 places, that he's a word from Allah and he is Allah's word. Now we understand, according to Islamic theology, that Allah's word is eternal, right? We all agree, yes? There's no way to get around that, right? We're just being honest.
Yeah.
So if Jesus is Allah's word, then that makes Jesus eternal.
But aren't all the prophets? Weren't all the prophets Allah's word?
No, only Jesus.
But the only one mentioned though.
Only Jesus.
But all prophets came to bring the word of Allah.
Not bring the word, but be the word.
All of them.
So notice the
Not
difference.
just Jesus.
Hold on,
all of them.
hold on, brother.
What do you
Where-
mean be or bring?
Exactly.
Is there a difference?
Yes, there is a difference. Let me
But all
explain.
prophets
Let-
were giving the message of Allah.
Just no problem.
All of them.
I got you. So this is the difference,
why
guys.
choose Jesus?
Let me show you the difference. There's a difference between giving the message, giving Allah's word, and then actually being identified as Allah's word itself.
Who identifies?
There's a difference. Allah does.
The Bible is Allah's word. But the Bible
You
is
can say that.
misinterpreted.
No problem. We're just talking about the Quran right now.
Well, I'm just-
So the Quran calls Jesus, it identifies Jesus as Allah's word. It doesn't give that title or identification to no other prophet. Jesus is the only one. So that's why we say, according to the Quran, not our interpretation, according to the Quran, only Jesus is identified as Allah's
So the
word.
Quran only gives-
Okay. So what you're trying to say is that Jesus had certain miracles that it can't be true except for the fact that he is God's word, right?
Well, he
That's
did.
why he could do some miracles like bring people from the dead and stuff like that.
Well, no. So that's not our argument.
Oh, what is
So,
it?
so what we're showing you is that Jesus is not just a human being. That Jesus
Is a prophet.
no,
That is more than a
no,
human
because
being.
prophets are humans. Prophets are humans, right?
Okay.
Well, we're saying Jesus is more than that.
Okay.
Even according to the Quran. It's just specifically, he's Allah's word, which is eternal.
Okay.
Who came down from heaven, even according to the Quran.
Wait, Allah.
Yeah.
Can you prove that Allah said I'm a God?
used to.
Okay, right. Okay,
They're
right.
changing.
Yeah,
It's a
changing it.
shuffle,
Yeah,
man.
shuffling it. I'm shuffling it now.
Okay, no, we're not shuffling it.
Yeah,
You guys
that's
are just
exactly-
confused.
Say, like, don't let them get
You're
away.
so confused.
Yeah,
You can't
right.
even have an argument they can speak
So,
about.
all right. So all of us can
Does
see it.
that now make sense?
All right, so let's ask an unbiased mind. If Jesus is Allah's word, and Allah's word is eternal, what does that make Jesus?
Eternal.
Thank you.
Okay.
Somebody got it. 1 plus 1
But it
equals
also
2.
makes all the other prophets
You know that in the
eternal,
Quran, Jesus is eternal. Jesus is eternal because he's gonna.
You said Jesus is eternal?
Because he's gonna show up at the day of judgment.
It's written.
Ah, interesting.
see, this is
So
so
Jesus
funny.
is eternal. So that you know what eternal means, right?
Okay.
Eternal means you have no
keep-
beginning and no
you
end.
keep on saying that.
Uh-huh.
You keep on saying that.
'Cause
You're trying to prove something.
I'm
I'll
trying
go
to.
with
We're
you.
proving that
Okay,
Jesus is
I'm
God,
gonna agree with
according to
what
the
you
Quran.
say. I'm gonna agree with what you say.
Beautiful.
Proceed.
Mashallah.
Proceed.
He just said.
Proceed.
Okay, good. All right.
Okay.
Sorry. Now moving on to the next phase.
Okay.
So showing you this that
Okay.
Jesus has an eternal nature means that he's not just human, but he is God, because only God is eternal. Will we all agree there?
You know what a
Only
God,
God.
you know what God means.
God means the timeless, immaterial, spiritual being that exists, right?
Do you think
So
it's logical
only
to have more than one God? Just
no.
basic question.
No.
Do you think it's logical to have more than one God?
no. Oh, there's only one God that exists. Okay.
What is this? What is this?
Here's the shuffle again. Here's the yeah. So
you're
so
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 funny,
listen.
you know? I wish you knew more about. Okay. I
But-
wish you
no,
knew
no.
more about what you're trying to say. than-
Focus, guys. Focus. Guys, focus. Focus. Look at the shuffle. The shuffle. Focus. We got somewhere.
Trinity, then?
Hold on.
Trinity
Focus.
makes sense,
Guys, focus. Okay. So we got to the part where Jesus is eternal. Now, how many eternal things are there? There's Allah who's eternal. There's Jesus who's eternal, right?
Go proceed with what you're trying to
Okay.
say.
Now,
Okay.
who is the only one that could be eternal? Have no beginning, have no end.
Allah.
God.
Exact God.
Okay.
So if Jesus is eternal, having no okay. If Jesus is eternal, having no beginning and no end, and only God has that attribute, what does that make Jesus?
Human being.
No human being can be eternal.
Attribute of
You
God.
see, okay.
He existed before his birth. According to the Quran,
Okay.
it says he's Allah's word that he sent down, a spirit from him that he sent down to Mary. That's what the Quran says, 4171. So Jesus was with Allah in heaven, eternally existing as a spirit.